My fellow Zambians, I speak to you at a time of great sorrow for Zambia and for the people of Africa as a whole, as we mourn the father of our nation, Zambia. We mourn the liberator who led us from colonial rule to independence, from bondage to freedom. We mourn the freedom fighter who fought for what was right and served time in prison for his beliefs and never gave up what he believed in. We mourn the unifier who coined and lived by our beloved motto of one Zambia.
Davi-tech-media. Subscribe to Davi-tech-media. Davi-tech-media. Subscribe to Davi-tech-media.
My fellow Zambians, I speak to you at a time of great sorrow for Zambia and for the people of Africa as a whole, as we mourn the father of our nation, Zambia. We mourn the liberator who led us from colonial rule to independence, from bondage to freedom. We mourn the freedom fighter who fought for what was right and served time in prison for his beliefs and never gave up what he believed in. We mourn the unifier who coined and lived by our beloved motto of one Zambia, one nation, which binds us together this very day. We mourn the love of peace who ensured that not only was Zambia free and sovereign, but also a bastion of harmony and an inspiration to the world. We mourn the son of teachers who followed his parents' footsteps and transformed the Zambian educational system, ensuring millions of poor children, including myself, received an education irrespective of the means that were available to us. We mourn the Pan-African who was never satisfied with Zambia being independent when our neighbors remained under vicious foreign and minority rule. We mourn the love of justice who stood up to despotic and racist regimes across Africa, giving hope to the hopeless and a voice to the voiceless. We mourn the statesman who introduced multi-party democracy, I must emphasize, to Zambia, demonstrating his love and reverence for peace and unity above the fleeting prestige of political power. Who can forget his eternal words to President Chiluba after accepting his election defeat? And he said, I quote, "My brother, you have won convincingly, and I accept the people's decision." We mourn the humanist who after his retirement became a devout crusader against HIV. We mourn the family man whose love for Mama Betty and his own children was absolute, yet whose heart was big enough for each and every one of us Zambians. Brothers and sisters, together we mourn, and together we must move forward. With KK's passing, our nation and our continent bids goodbye to the last surviving leader of the independence generation. They have made their contribution. They have realized their mission. We are free. We are the masters of our own destiny going forward. Now it is the time for us, we, the next generation, to step forward and continue with their work where they left it. And as we fight to preserve the freedoms and civil liberties that they fought for, we must never forget the sacrifices paid in the sweat and blood of our founding fathers, with which these freedoms and civil liberties were paid for. The free Zambia we inherit is because we stand on the shoulders of giants like Dr. Kaunda, the embodiment of patriotism, courage, and selflessness. As we mourn KK, let us commit to continuing his mission, to learning from his example, and to never endanger the peace and unity he bestowed upon us. As we approach an election with tensions running high, let us all prove worth of his legacy by placing our unity, our peace, and our democracy above all else. Let us honor his memory by showing the world our unity and our love of peace and justice. Let us ensure this period passes peacefully so that no son or daughter of the soil loses their life or liberty as they express their democratic right. Let us ensure the voice of the people is heard and is heeded, as KK himself did. Most of all, let us come together in mourning and strengthen one another through our love. One Zambia, one nation. The Zambian people have lost the father of our nation. Africa has lost a proud son. The world has lost a giant. My thoughts and prayers go out to the Kaunda family and to the Zambian people as a whole at this sad time. Let his memory be a blessing to all of us. Let his example be an inspiration to us all. Go well, son of the soil. Rest in peace, Big Ken. Thank you, and God bless.
Subscribe to Davi-tech-media. Davi-tech-media. Subscribe to Davi-tech-media.